Hi, my name is Simone and I'm the Zen Mommy. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. And I want to do a reading. I haven't done a reading on my channel in a while. It's a Zen reading. And I was thinking, it's a new year and everything. Let's see what the cards say. um, this is a Zen deck, and it's not like a fortune telling deck. It's more of a um, it helps you with your spiritual path, you know. And I found it really, really helpful. Um, Whenever I read it for myself, it's always on point. And even when I read it for other people, it's always on point. And so I am going to, let's see, just mixing the cards up. And let me get some incense going so I can clear the deck. So yeah, just waiting for the smoke to start. It takes a second sometimes. Um, anyways, so I just was wanting to do this reading because, I want some guidance and, for my path, for my journey, and also for my channel. And, it's a new year, and, I just, anything that some guidance or inspiration or whatever, like our higher selves want to show us through this reading, anything that will help us. Now that we got the smoke going, we'll clear the deck. Yes. Give us what we need. All right. Alrighty. So aloneness. Okay, take a really good look. Oh, there's light right there. All right, got my crystal ball here. Gotta be careful. Okay, aloneness, and it's a picture of a person kind of alone in the dark with a stick. He looks like a monk. Okay, let me get this up. And I will get the reading part done. Let's see. Sorry it's taking so long. All right. When there is no significant other in our lives, we can either be lonely or enjoy freedom that solitude brings. When we find no support among others for our deeply felt truths, we can either feel isolated and bitter or celebrate the fact that our vision is strong enough even to survive the powerful human need for the approval of family, friends, or colleagues. If you are facing such a situation now, how aware of how you are choosing to view your aloneness and take responsibility for the choice that you have made. The humble figure is this card glows with the light that emanates from within. One of Gautama Buddha's most significant contributions to the spiritual life of humankind was to insist to his disciples, be a light unto yourself. Ultimately, each of us must develop within ourselves the capacity to make our way through the darkness without any companion, maps, or guides. When you are alone, you are not alone. You're simply lonely. And there is a tremendous difference between loneliness and aloneness. When you are lonely, you are thinking of the other. You are missing the other. Loneliness is a negative state. You are feeling that it would have been better if the other was there. Your friend, your wife, your mother, your beloved, your husband. It would have been good if the other was there, but the other is not. Loneliness is the absence of the other. Aloneness is the presence of oneself. Aloneness is very positive. It is a presence overflowing presence. You are so full of presence that you can fill the whole universe with your presence, and there is no need for anybody. Okay, so I'm smiling because I like this one. At first, I was just like, oh, I don't know if this is, the card. But like I said, I've always been on point. So, aloneness. Now, I was thinking about, what this said about how, if you have like a spouse or something, and then, if, especially if you have a spouse, or if you just have children, or if you have roommates, whatever the situation, or close friends. But let's just think about like a significant other that you had. And I'm not necessarily meaning like a husband or wife, boyfriend or girlfriend, significant person that, that that you don't feel, like you're lonely because you spend a lot of time with them or whatever, right? And so say you spend so much time, like for example, me and my husband, ever since I've been married, ever since we got together, it's just we've always been in each other's presence. We absolutely love it. And, I feel like, sometimes we just shut in on the weekend and just kind of, we chill. And then when he gets home from work, we just chill. We just have a great time together. But, but I notice when he goes to work, I feel incredibly lonely sometimes, or when, he wants to do something, that I don't want to do at the time. Like, we both play, we play video games. We really love video games. But I don't play it as much as I used to. And so sometimes he'll get into like a new game and he'll be, busy. And so a part of me, was feeling kind of lonely. And so I wanted to talk about how this is saying that loneliness is a negative state and aloneness is being with oneself, and it's not a negative state. So I was feeling lonely at first. And when I was feeling lonely, I was feeling like, I was drawing negative feelings to myself as I was feeling lonely, like my mind, the mind will start talking to you. Like when you start to feel negative, when you hit that negativity path, the mind latches onto that negativity path. And the mind will be like, he doesn't want to spend time with you, and then you're sitting there thinking, you start getting sad, right? So um, this is why loneliness is a negative state, because it's going to attract like lower vibrational frequencies. You're going to feel sad. You're going to feel alone. You're going to feel like you have nobody to be around, or you'll feel rejected. Okay. So I remember the day that, this was, right, I think either right before I got into sound healing or like right in the beginning. And I was feeling, I was just like, and I started to realize I need to be back into me. I noticed, and I talked to this before about on my video, how to be your authentic self. I talked about this, where how normally in the past, if I was, around other people, a relationship and whatnot, I would feel like I would lose myself and be into what they were into. And when I became Zen Mom, it was the first time like I truly like I found myself, and I found that I was okay alone and stuff. And so, but I got I got married, got into this new relationship, and we were together all the time. We're together all the time. And I started to think, that at that moment when I started to feel a little lonely, I was thinking, no, he deserves to have his man time doing, that. And I need to focus on me. This is my time to figure out what I want to do that only Simone wants to do, not I want to do this because my spouse is doing it. And that's when I really I started to dive into, playing with the bowls and getting into the music. And that was my time. So when I finally found like, okay, he figured out what he wanted to do in his time, his free time. And so I was thinking, what am I gonna do? And I realized I wanted to do something that brought me joy, and brought me fulfillment. And so when we aren't doing things together, I now no longer feel a loneliness feeling, but I'll feel a aloneness. I'm in the presence of myself. And once I really got in the presence of myself and I started, you know, doing creative activities, playing with the bowls, making music, sometimes I'll just go and I'll light candles all over my room. I turn on my music and I'll just start dancing and having a good time. Or I'll draw myself this like really beautiful bath, with flowers and bath salts and candles. I would do a whole spiritual bath, and this would be my alone time, and I could either listen to music or I can meditate. Or I can listen to some sound healing that I've recorded or someone else's sound healing. And so I started to learn that, you know, I started to shift instead of feeling like I was loneliness and allow my mind to tell me that, oh, your husband doesn't want to, that, no, you see, the mind will sit up there. You cannot let the mind advise you. And when you get in a low frequency, it's going to be advising you a lot because it feels like, okay, I can relate to this. I want to, the mind, the ego is there to protect you. And so it's trying to say, okay, you're in a low vibration. Let me tell you why. Let me protect you. But see, it doesn't know that you don't have to be that low vibration. It only knows to protect you. So you have to be the one to choose, okay, no, I'm in aloneness. I'm enjoying my peace, my time. And when I'm ready, I can be in the presence of someone else, of others. But you have to learn how to be happy with you. Like you have to be able to be alone. You have to be able to love yourself. And if you're not taking time to your alone, you're not really getting to the bottom of who you truly are. And sometimes we don't realize it. Sometimes we get in relationships or we're around people and we kind of do what they do. We go with the flow with what they're doing, right? Because a lot of times we stick out like a sore thumb because of, what our beliefs a lot of times. But man, I'm just saying, like, really, this was a really good reading, and I didn't think about it like this, although, looking back, I know, and, it all works out. But this is something that I definitely want to embrace more this year is being okay in my aloneness. Because when I'm in my aloneness, I can really, really create and I can really, really learn who Simone is. Because, see, on this journey, we came into this life. We don't remember who we are. We don't even know who we are. And the person who we are when we wake up is a person who's been programmed by the collective conscious, by your parents, by your teachers, your ministers, by the media, right? But soon as you awaken, you start to realize, whoa, I'm somebody. Who is that person? And I want to get to know that person. Well, aloneness will help lead you there. Thank you for watching. Peace and love. Namaste.